Hi everyone, welcome back to the recording of this week's blog for Drusilla's Dream. This week we're going to be talking about color. And what does color have to do with spiritual growth or the evolution of the soul? Well, we're going to, discuss that, explore it. And the name of the blog this week is called The Colorful Brilliance of Our Creator's Infinite Mind. So being one of those rather strange humans who ponder the meaning and the reason for just about everything, it's not surprising that I wanted to know the answer to these questions. Why is our world so filled with so many different colors? Why not just have a black and white world? Is there a specific reason or purpose for each color? Do all souls have the same colored aura? And if some of you aren't familiar with aura, it is really just the energy field around all living things. So from a human perspective, we have discovered that human beings have a spiritual body that underlies the physical one. It's an energy system called the Chakras. The chakra system consists of approximately 7 main chakras or energy vortexes that are located along the midline of the body, beginning around the pubic area and ascending and ending at the top of your head. These chakras spin in a clockwise direction, distributing energy throughout the body. The 3 lower chakras have to do with more physical issues. They deal more with the physical world. The upper 3 deal with more spiritual issues. And the heart center, the heart chakra, is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual part of who we are. The heart, each chakra has a color associated with it. The first chakra is red, the second orange, the third yellow, fourth green, the fifth blue, the sixth indigo, and the 7th is white. It's impossible for us to unravel the reasoning behind why our Creator decided to use color at all, but the truth is He did, and there must be a reason. Yet we can only know what we're capable of knowing right now. The rest must be left to our pile of questions that have no answers, and be content for now with our unknowing, but still having faith that one day we will understand. So in exploring further, we might want to also examine our planet Earth and its fantastic, colorful diversity of topography, climates, and landscapes to try and understand how it relates to our multicolored energy system. So about 20 years ago, my husband and I went up to Hunter Mountain at the height of fall foliage here in the Northeast US. We took a ski lift to the top of the mountain, just basically to take in the myriad of colors Mother Nature was sporting. Now, being my inquisitive self, as I looked at all the colors, I wondered why God actually decided to create the explosion of color that happens between summer and winter here. As I gazed at all the reds, the oranges, the greens, against the purple sky and the blazing yellow sun, I had an aha moment. I realized that all the colors before me were the same colors as the energy system. They were all there. I listened to the messages coming through, and what I learned was this. Our energy system responds to color, and it's invigorated by color. We bask and revel in a beautiful blue sky, as well as our giant yellow orb that gives light and warmth to our planet and to us. We're fascinated and perhaps become spiritually awakened by flowers of every imaginable color. The blue oceans, rivers, and streams filled with colorful fish and other creatures enthrall us. Birds like peacocks, northern cardinals, birds of paradise, and toucans may leave us mesmerized and enlightened. I took it all in, but the big question had not yet been answered. Why the relatively short, spectacular display of color in the northern climates. I had another aha moment, and this was revealed. During the winter months, once the branches of the trees release their last leaf and every flower disappears, we are forced to endure a world turned kind of gray and dreary. Our energy system is affected by lack of color as well as an overabundance of it. During those long winter months, without much color at all, we may begin to feel somewhat lethargic as well as we long for the first bud break of spring, and then a return to our multicolored world. The sudden and breathtaking burst of color in the fall supercharges our energy system so as to get us through till spring. It's important to note that those who live in more tropical climates are able to experience color all year round, so their energy system stays consistently charged. So a burst of temporary color that we have here is not necessary. After that experience, I learned more about color because it started to really intrigue me how important and how impactful color is. So think about this. As the sun begins to descend into the evening sky, we watch as the yellow orb, third chakra, of the sun gives way to orange and then red. The sky changes color sometimes, and it turns from like a blue to a bit of indigo or purple. And I realized that as our energy system readies itself for sleep at the close of each day, Mother Nature comes to assist. Our world of color turns dark and sleepy, except of course for the twinkling stars in the midnight sky and the pearly luminescent moon. They both remind us of the infinite light of our Creator, who will never leave us. Miraculously, the cycle of changing colors in a sunset happen in the exact same sequence as our energy system. So as the sun goes down, it kind of settles our energy system, slows it down a bit so that we have an opportunity to rest. Sunrises occur in the exact opposite sequence. As we rise from our slumber, we initially see a burst of red as our base chakra opens. The red sun transitions to orange, and the second chakra bids good morning. Finally, the sun rises higher, transitioning into yellow, and the third chakra rubs the sleep from its eyes, so to speak. The darkness is gone, and we can see the blue sky, the green grass, the colorful flowers, and the fluffy white clouds. Our energy system is now in full force and ready for the challenges and pleasures of our day. Even on a cloudy day, we can still feel the sunrise's effect even if we can't see it. So from a spiritual perspective now, we'll switch gears a little bit here, but from a spiritual perspective, we might want to ponder this amazing discovery. Dr. Michael Newton is the author of several wonderful books about life between lives, hypnotherapy. He discovered that there is a very specific color evolution that happens to souls as they mature. Dr. Newton, a doctor of counseling psychology, inadvertently regressed a patient beyond this lifetime. Now, there's something else called past life regression. This goes beyond that to a deeper level of consciousness to be able to get to this point. So he regressed the patient beyond this lifetime and into the life between lives state. Subsequently, he developed a process by which he was able to regress thousands of patients over the course of about 40 years. He regressed them to the point of time where they spent in the spirit world in between incarnations. And all of his work was done fairly privately, as he was a mainstream psychologist, so he wasn't really comfortable quite yet to divulge what he had discovered. Through his work, he learned that souls have different colors of their auras depending on their level of development. It follows close to the sequence we've discussed about the sunrises and sunsets and the chakra system. However, the soul in spirit does not have a human body. So perhaps that's the reason for the difference in the colors of the first two chakras that we have, as opposed to the soul's aura. Because at that time, we are immersed in the human experience. So here's the symbolism of colors that Dr. Newton discovered. Level 1 is a beginning soul. It is white. Level 2, an advancing soul, is red. Level 3, now this goes along with the chakras from here on. Yellow 3 is yellow, and it's a teacher. Green, level 4, is a healer. Blue, level 5, is a master. Bluish violet, it can be blue and purple, is a level 6 and an ascended master. And purple, level 7, is the highest level leading to our creator. Perhaps the color of our soul's aura might be the reason that we're drawn to wear certain colors over others. We might also be attracted to certain colors because one of our chakras may need balancing. I know that when I was going through my divorce and custody, I was feeling very broken and not well because I was under so much stress. And I found myself always being drawn to green. And green is a very healing color. So that was the reason. Once it was all over, I really was no longer interested in green the way I was then anyway. Another incredible fact is that colors of the rainbows, the colors of a rainbow also follow the same sequence of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and purple. Coincidence? I, for one, don't think so. It seems everything in our fantastical world is perfectly orchestrated by the colorful brilliance of our Creator's infinite mind. If the infinite light is in control of every leaf that falls from every tree and every bird that takes wondrous flight, surely he, she watches over and cares for us as we embark on and journey through our lives here. Let us be eternally grateful for the magnificent panorama of beauty that drapes our lives with magical color, mysterious life-giving light, and unconditional love. So that's it for the blog. And one other thing wanted to mention that I didn't go into it for the sake of the blog being as short as I can get it. There is different meanings for each of the colors that are associated with it and the chakra system. Like blue is a very peaceful color. It's also the color of the throat chakra, which has to do with speaking your truth. So each of those colors associated with the chakra system have meaning. But I didn't get into all that because it would be too long. But there will be for another time. But if you don't know that much about the chakra system and you'd like to learn about it, there's a lot of information, a lot of books. You can find them on Amazon. Just type in the chakra system. Find something that's a beginner's teaching book, not something that's too complicated, because it really doesn't need to be complicated. You just need to understand that it's there. And everything that we do in our lives, every choice that we make, either positively or negatively affects our energy system, which in turn will affect our physical body too. So it's a really interesting and important topic to be informed about for those of us who are on a spiritual journey, a life directed by our soul. So that's it for me today. It's a beautiful day. It's Saturday. It's right before Valentine's Day. So I'm sending all my love to all of you. I hope everyone has a wonderful week ahead and stay safe and happy. Namaste.